Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday night time trial time. We're about to go and see what we're going to get on the time trial. I think we need a warm-up exercise. We're going to have a look at the time trial first and see what does. And then we'll have a think. Oh, it's Dragon Trail Reverse. That little monster. So you know the key thing about this, even as I look at it. As I look at it, I'm thinking, it's bopped to a degree, isn't it? It's going to be, there's going to be things we can't change. There's going to be things we can't do anything with. But it's exactly the same by regulation. We can actually, potentially, affect wheels, tyres, aero. They're the things we can affect and change, possibly. Maybe not aero effects, but aero visuals, definitely. And then, what can I do for car settings? So it's got bot medium applied, it's on sports hards, power, torque and weight. So we shouldn't be able to affect power, torque and weight, but can we affect displacement? I don't think we can engine swap. Change that. But if we were to add on our personal car that's got stroke up, that would change displacement, wouldn't it? Good evening, Big Papa. Welcome. Hello, Ollie. Welcome to the channel. Scampy, good day, sir. How are you? Hope you're well. Ollie's close, but he can't go faster. So after last night's little performance at S10, where I think we got to within 2 seconds of Sam, didn't we? And 1 point something seconds ahead of everybody else. I think we can find the way tonight. It's just about finding that route. But I'm already thinking about how we go about giving ourselves the advantage. So if I was to go in and find one of my cars that's got a displacement, that's got stroke up or bore up, there's a chance we could change that. So 2463. So let's see if we can change that for starters to 3. See if we can actually sports hards it. Own any. What the hell? There. Sports. Oh, that's a real tyre drop, isn't it? That's a real tyre drop. There's this one. No, it's 2463, but it's got neither of them. Look, got neither of them. So. Are you actually over your little bout of man issue it was? Not entirely sure whether these cars keep buying the tyres. A little just. 2463. We haven't bought the stroke up. So let's go and do that. 463. Let's go and buy stroke up on this car. To see if it actually does anything. I don't know whether it will. Just stabbing. Stroke up, there it is. Cough and a tight chest. Best you felt in quite. I know when you were at work the other day, you were saying you felt that little bit chunky. So I hope you're over it, my friend. Are you back in the office? Or are you back in the office? That's why we get to see you tonight. Just the one. Sports hards we need to put. Still says 2463, and we've got the stroke up, so it doesn't change it. So really then it's only wheels that we get to change. Wheels and aero. We can't actually affect that displacement. Ballast we can't actually do anything with, can we? No. Transmissions at normal, it won't let us change anything there. turbocharger, it won't let us put anything on. It won't let us do anything. So even though we've purchased them, they won't let it change. So happy days. You are back in the office. Happy daisies. So do we need a little warm-up? What do we normally do on warm-ups? Evening, Olive. We've done all those. If there's anything to purchase. Nothing to purchase. Doodle donks. I think we might as well go and do the circuit experience on said track. Hadn't we? Is it reverse or the other way round? I think we're going hairpin first, aren't we? I think that's where we're going to come unstuck, doing the time trial first. Dragon Trail. Circuit experience. It is. It's the other way round, so that's not really going to give us a great amount of fun, is it? Don't worry. We'll go straight dive in then. We won't wait for anything. We will just go and hammer it. Is anybody else driving with us? Is anybody else going to do some lappages? Do we have to watch the time? We'll go and review the times now and take a rental to start with. Have a look at the times then. So Sam, as expected, is going to be somewhere near the top. Nearly Wheelie. Big Neil Wheels. NW is 3rd and 4th. Azza in 5th. Not unexpected. Looks like a couple of people have used their own cars. Look. NW's used one rental and one owned. A little bit of advantage on the rental. Zynox is in there. Ollie's there, look. What is the gold time? The gold time is 1:53.726. So Ollie is just outside, just needs that little push. Not in gold, yes, there is. There is some in gold. Olive is just outside as well. You'll get back to it, Scampi. You've got to get well first, my friend. You'll find you've got to get your aerobics back in. Big Popper there, fastest skin. Just outside, but he's going to be playing today. JB and Dejuice. I can't say that when I first look at it. I have to think about it. It's Dejuice. Can't actually say that when I look at it. When I look at it, I just want to say Jabibus or Jabezus or Jazezus. It does me in. I don't know why. It brings on the various levels of, what would you call it? I was going to say anorexia, but it doesn't make me want to not eat. So, yeah, Dejuice. That's right. I know I can't say it. I look at it and it confuses me. Baby Jesus. Jesus is what I want to say. Mr. Ball, just outside. I'm not going to go much further. I don't want to embarrass anybody, really. I highlight people, but there are 59 people had to go with Hong Kong Fooey dragging up the back. Darth Meg is there. We all know who Darth Meg is, don't we? That's beat me. It's not beat me, it's pound me, isn't it? Pound me. So, we're going to start with a rental. No, it doesn't bring on anxiety, it brings on anorexia. It is Jesus. And that's what I keep thinking it says. It just says Jesus, and that's what I want to say. Got to be careful with that, though. Because our friend Mike is in the list, isn't he? So, a 1:53.7 is where we've got to get first. I'm already thinking we're going to have to add help aids, but let's, you've got a long run in as well, haven't we? Look at this. We've got some sausages to straddle. I've already got help aids on. I'm going to turn them off. I've had to rearrange the living room last night with company. Haven't moved my rig back to its right home yet. The question is, I know it was a young lady by the name that came round. What were you doing? Wrestling? That's an honest question. I haven't got an explanation for why you would need to rearrange the living room. Unless you were doing, I don't know, wrestling, grappling on the lounge floor. I can't imagine. Or were you just moving out the way because it is sat in the middle of the room? I guess it was pleasant company, wasn't it? That'll be what it is. I shouldn't go into this. It's not for public viewing, is it? It's not. No. So the other thing that I'm going to change tonight, folks, is I'm going to stick with ABS week. You don't have to answer that, Big Papa. Just, I understand it. It's not where it needs to be, and we'll not go any further. Now, what we can do here is we can lap after lap, can't we? So, oh, we've gone red already. ABS week, yes. In the first steps to improve and to remove the ABS factor. As I'm going to move to a more professional setup, we're going to get away from using ABS, which lengthens your braking distance, which means you can brake later using ABS weak. Less sensitive, so. What is that triangle I've got on there? What is that? What is that? I only have one chair to enjoy television, so I need to move my other chair into comfort. It's absolutely fine, so no explanations required. Traction control, 1. ABS weak. ASM shouldn't be on. I don't know why it was. Now it's off. Right, let's see where we go. We broke on the 100 there. She's slow, isn't she? She's a bit of a slowy boat. She's going to take a little time to get around the lap. Now we've got some long, consistent corners here. Whoa, that was a bit of a chuck it in. No, we've done this. That's gone by. I need to slow it down in a straight line, don't I? Are we just going to keep going? Just to measure the 86 laps that we need to measure. Try and get used to some of these corners. Yeah, gonna have to slow her down quite a bit as we approach these corners to get a lap in. And I'm starting from scratch, folks, so if you've already done some laps, whoa, chihuahua, you're gonna have to wait for me. I think counter steer is gonna be a definite must. Be going fast. I learnt a lot doing S10 last night. S10 was a real shaker of the head for me. It was, don't be frightened of the water. You've got sports hard. You've got the racing hards last night on a dry line. All you've got to do is stick to that dry line, know where the limits are, race to that dry line and go from there. So that's what we did. And then it was about just improving on what we'd done previous, and I appreciate Dam's offer of assistance, but that's not how we play. It really was just about how we got better, and I think there was some real stuff there. Yeah, S10 has some frustration because I was running off, as Scampy says. I was just hitting bits of the track I didn't want to, but I was pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries, so I actually enjoyed it in the long run. It was very satisfying to get the time I got, and it'll be interesting to go back to it again with the new rig and see just how much we can improve with that process. But Sam's point was to be using a higher gear, and that it just made things so difficult on the feel, and I don't know why it does that, but once you start getting used to something being the way it is, it really is quite a trick to get it right. Yeah, that's the plan, Scampy. We're going to get the new kit all set up. When we're happy and when we're ready for it, we're going to use the license tests all the way from start to finish to try and hone the kit because the setup problem, I'm going to have a massive setup problem with, it's all adjustable. So ultimately trying to get it all to the point of being right for me to use, I think there's no better way. The first thing we're going to do is go and start braking tests. So we've got to get the brake pedal set up, which are crucial. Then there'll be acceleration tests, won't there, and cornering tests, and we'll get all that set up correctly. Then by the time we get to S1, S2, we should be somewhere ready and used to the kit. Which, again, I know we're going to go over the same stuff, but I'm hoping to beat my times by not necessarily a considerable margin. I'm expecting to beat my time with the new kit. So if that's going to be the case, that's what we're going to do. Try and set it up as some sort of proof of concept or proof of process. Is it actually worth spending all this money on what we're doing? I hope it blimmin' is. So there's the first time. We're about 4 seconds off by the looks of it. I think we're going red. Yes, we are. So Tuesday night racing is going to be autocross. We're going to do some rallycross. I didn't mean to say autocross. It's going to be rallycross at Barcelona. I've spent some of this afternoon creating a Excel spreadsheet that's going to allow me to automate the scoring and heats process. Oh, chihuahua, that's just all over the place, isn't it? So the heats process being able to run heats with everybody, scoring the points off the heat so we get to semi-finals. We'll have a standard semi-final with everybody in, with the normal grid. Then the second semi-final will run reverse grid for everybody in the race, so whoever got the lowest points after all the heats goes to the pole on the grid for the second semi-final. Then we add all the points up from all 8 races, which will formulate the final. Well, we should actually add up all the points from the last 2 races, which will form the final grid, which we then have that last race. Each race is probably around about 5 to 6 minutes if we go 6 laps, and we should be done in an hour and a half, just depending on how long it takes to get organised. But everybody should take part in 7 races in an hour and a half, and it should be at least a bit of a laugh. Something different. Rally cars to be used with the first one of the just off-season races that hopefully everybody can let their hair down a bit with. Needs to be 3rd gear, I think, coming out of there. This is going to be trick, isn't it? As soon as you touch the throttle, the back end is having a handful of Uranus. It really is. It wants your back end to swing out big time. Swing out, sister. Starting to get that smooth line going now. Once we're finding that level, starting to get it to move. Just being controlled. I want to be in 3rd gear, I think, for all these corners, and I know it's going to be slow out, but we'll have the traction. Look at him go, though. That's a massive difference, 2nd to 3rd. The idea of the next 2 weeks is to just do something a little bit different, take the pressure off. Shouldn't be any need for anybody to feel like they have to win everything. We just have to enjoy what we're doing. Gonna attack those sausage curbs later, can't we? It's a big old jalopy boat. Just getting used to it though. We'll start to do what we need to do. Just lost it a bit coming through that top corner when we tried to use third gear. I'm going to try and use third gear to get out here now. Going in third, try and reduce that need to gear change. No step out, look at that, that's better. Much better. Gonna try and keep it to lowest gear of being third gear coming down this straight. Gonna brake just at that big sign on the right. Just try and be incredibly smooth. Probably just a little bit too much pressure on the old throttle. Just a little lift and coast there. That's another tip from Sam. Lift and coast where you can. It will be the fastest way through the corner. A little coast there. Not pressing the brakes, just letting the car slow down using its own momentum. That's the difference, second gear to third gear, you see. That's the second gear launch out of that corner. He just got the rev on me there, didn't he? Swine. Now, later on, we'll try attacking these curves with a bit of sausage straddling. There was a straddle off sausage. Third gear still. Just finding our confidence levels as well. Here we go, just getting a gain on, just a tiny one. This would be a 56 something I would expect. 56.6, happy days. See if we can just sponge the brakes a bit and improve through. That was a really nice line on the Ghost. Got that right last time, didn't we? 56.6, so optimal down to 56.2. We're still a long way off, but we know there's plenty of gap. So the first of these Michelin signs is the braking point we're going to use. Going down in fourth gear, down to third. We kind of probably braked a little bit too aggressively there. We know we made a mistake here last time, so just power through. We'll do a little bit of a catch. There we go. Purple sector, braking just a bit. Just watch changing down too sharply. I know I can dip a foot in the grass there. I know we can. We can also dip a foot in the grass here if we want to, because that'll hold the car to the track. That'll give us a bit of traction. I'm going to come round in a second. I'm going to try and straighten the car up before I hit the throttle. There we go. Evening, Azaka. Welcome. Good evening to you. Doing a bit of time trial tonight, Az. 0.85 up. So just go brake on the edge of that red. Bring the car in. Missed that straddle this time. It's not a problem. We got this going. We're faster. We're a second up, so we'll be dropping into the 55.5s. I hope. Again, drop a tyre if you can. That'll help you. Probably going to go to fifth just as we hit the line. There we go, 55.5. Braking earlier. Carrying a bit more speed. Just had to come off the throttle, try and coast a little bit. There we go, that was quicker. A little bit of coast round there. Oh, we're looking for that First Michelin sign. First Michelin sign. There was me and my alopecia again. Let that drift and slide. Third gear. Oh, probably gone a bit too far. Yeah. Oh, fighting it. Fighting it. Not as smooth as it should have been. Gone red. Third gear. We know we messed up a little bit round here last time, so we'll get game back. Look how much we're able to steal there. Oh, yeah. Just losing a little bit of throttle there from all that tank slappering. Let's try and brake in a straight line a bit. Get the car into the apex, let the car turn around, then accelerate. No, it didn't work. All just a little bit jittery on the throttle. Tried to pump it too hard. So that last lap round gave us a 55.527. Some 2 seconds off the lead. I think 2 seconds off the gold time, I think that is. We know we can probably make a quarter of a second there. We can slam the sausage there, can't we? We can probably cut a little bit of tyre work there. We know we've got lots of areas where we can make up. I do enjoy this circuit. Either direction, it's a very nice, pleasant, smooth, good test of your car correction skills and car control. Because of the long corners, it is incredibly important to be very smooth with your inputs. Not just on the throttle, but with the wheel as well. You can get the car to be travelling round the corner with as little horizontal movement as possible. We actually got a little bit of oversteer there. Proper oversteer. Not like the little bath was given us last night, which was just silly. So there's a mistake in the Ghost and a mistake in my lap, but we're going to hold it on there. We've done well. We've done well there. We can still catch up. What I mean about car control. If you're going to keep the corrections in, try and be smooth with your corrections. We've blown it there. Just tried to be too smooth. Shave the corner. Right. Like we were doing last night with S10. We've just got to find that line. That's not right. It shouldn't do that. Trying to get the car into a straight line, and I'm just touching the throttle too early. Got to hold the foot off the throttle and do the lift and coast thing. Use these dead laps to try and find the line correctly. We've been kind of messing it up through there. We're not getting those sausage lines right, so we'll think about that in due course, but we'll just try and hit the start of this lap as quick as we can with a bit of drift. Oh, Mr. Drifter, no, we've blown that. That's the next lap ruined. Which you don't really want to do you? Where are we? We're on lap. We're about to go to lap 9 with a incredibly slow start. Look at him go. Going to brake late. No, ABS is cut in there. I was hammering in the brakes too hard. Oh, what is going on here? I think I might have overcooked the tyres. Maybe. Frustration station that this game finds occasionally the odd time to change the parameters. And I'm sure they've got tyre dynamics wrong at certain points. David Schechter, oh, this TT is a doozy, he says. Either he loves it or hates it. And from that, while he's doing his impression of Ned Ryerson from Groundhog Day. This one is a tasty little test. That we do know. So I'll just do the repeat of things. We are approximately 2 seconds away from gold. I think we're 2.2 seconds away. Lap 9 is already bust. We're not going to be able to improve lap 9. See if we can find a little slot way through the sausage. Yes, there we go. Need to slow down a bit through the second sausage to get the line right out of here. Then we're going to get in, lift off the throttle, let the car come back in, dip that inside apex, and just slide the car if you have to. The idea is that we keep the car going in the direction of travel with no slide. But that wasn't too bad. Let's go 5th gear as we cross the line and brake on the dark tarmac there. 3rd gear, we're going to keep it there. Just got too much slide, I think, coming in, but we're doing all right. Just dropping a little bit of time there as we didn't get on the gas as quickly as we did with the Ghost. So we're just going to try and brake a little bit after that Michelin sign. We did a bit of a brake and then coast, but it was sliding with the coast. And as we are, we're half a second up. I think that's repeatable. I think we can repeat that every lap. I can't see the apex here, but I think we've got the power to get past this Ghost now. Maybe. Let's see. Braking on the 100. Down to 2nd. We don't want the back end to step out. Just going to delay that acceleration marginally. Where is the Ghost? We're inside him. There he is. He's just got the acceleration on us. So we're going to aim to brake just after the start of these curbs. So where the red curbs are. Got the better line out there, look. Just slowing down through the 2nd apex really gave us that advantage. Be slower to be faster, as Erebus's granddad used to say. I'm going slow because I don't want to be. No, I'm going slow because I don't want to waste time, or whatever it was. The 154.2. We're a second away now. We know we had a slow turn 1, so we're extremely slow this time, aren't we? Look. Oh, we're faster. Amazing how it turned that round on us. 54.2. Have I got the time right, or am I miles out? We didn't do the lifty coasty thing there, but we've made a 10th. We've lost a little bit. Probably should be in 3rd maybe, but we're okay. We're actually okay at this point. I know we had a much better... Oh dear, that's thrown us. Yeah, there we go. Lost control of the car there as we turned in. Probably turned in a bit too early. Get the microphone back to where I want it. We'll do better next lap. We'll just try and repeat that through the sausages. Thank you, sir. It's feeling good. It's feeling very smooth is the key part here. Staying really smooth is where we need to be. Really getting the car slowed down for that 2nd apex. Oh, didn't make it that time. What I'm hoping is that hasn't killed our next lap. So I think we're what? Maybe a second off? If I'm right, a second off maybe. A second off the gold. Go white, please. Yes, we are on a white time. We've had to go down a second to try and control the car. Whoa, yeah. No, don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Hit the wall. Swine. Control. We tried to give it too much. We overcooked the ABS. That was the difference, and that was the difficulty this time round. Default ABS, I'd have probably had to brake a lot later. Now we're on the other ABS. Brain's gone. Can't remember what it is. ABS minimal, ABS mild, ABS weak. That's what we're going. Now we're on ABS weak. We need to be aware that you can't slam the brakes. You have to feather them in and feel for that slidey point. So we know we can cut time here. Yeah, weak. My brain is... I'm just an old man now. I forget the simplest of things. What's my name? I've pumped the brakes there and slid the car. That was ABS cutting in. So ABS weak, what that's going to do is it's going to lock the wheels a lot quicker. Jerry. No, is it Jerry? I can't. Oh, me. Hello. Jerry. Yeah, that's me. Where's my pacemaker? You'll find ABS weak is actually alright at the higher speeds. You'll notice ABS weak more when you go from fast to slow. When you're braking significantly more and you want to brake faster from higher speeds, that's when you'll notice the difference. So at the end of this straight, for example, I'm just going to brake a fraction earlier, just so that I can allow the car to slow down without sliding. But there we go. Don't want the slide, want to keep the front end tight. There we go, that's how it works. We're losing time on the straight, but hey ho, we'll get it to come back. We're always going to get a couple of red laps, we know that. I did not quite so smooth as I should be into there. So we're going to go away and put counter steer on in a minute, I think. As we've come to the part where we're feeling we need to control the back end of the car a bit more. That was so quick through the Ghost. That lap through here was really good. Really good for a fat old, slow old, grey-haired old man like myself. .6 of a second down, so we probably need to be halfway towards that Ghost car to make any sort of impact on our personal best. Let's see if we can get it right through the sausage section. Slow the car really down, get into that apex. We lost that there, we didn't gain anything. Nope. Let's get back into it, see if we can get that rhythm again. Getting a good clean lap without a red bit is actually a good start. On the gas early. Still losing time against the Ghost, but let's not be disheartened. Keep positive. Keep pushing towards that target. Here we go, braking on the edge of the black stuff. Cutting into that apex, see if we can do anything more with that. Back on the gas, there we go. You finished the weeklies with the help of the Mazda. That'll be the LM55, will it? The absolute monster of the motor car. It is. It's a really good option, that one, that LM55. It's a real good one. I mean, there are others in that category that drive equally as well, but I find that one really quite tidy, really quite helpful. Yeah, no problem at all, Green Sammy, you're welcome. Yes, that's a good description actually. It does tame the test, doesn't it? It's not very violent, it doesn't throw you about. The four-wheel drive really does help. So we're somewhere, well, we're gaining a fraction, but we have to see if we can do something a little more with the middle section now. We've been making mistakes in there. Oh, I thought the car was going to go the right way for us then, but it didn't. So We're not going to be far off with a counter steer, I don't think. Counter steer is going to help us tremendously, I think, to get some throttle down and be a little bit assured. There we go. We're a little bit faster through the line. That little bit of oversteer, just we had to counter steer to see that oversteer off, and that just slowed us down. What's a green Sammy put a medium turbo on the LM55? All the downforce, yeah, that's the way. Give it everything. Oh, the back end just slid on me there. I don't know what happened. The back end just went turning on the curbs, I think that was the curbs that caused that. But I don't know why the back end just threw us across the track there. That was a little bit weird. We'll take that one as just as a lesson. Right. I think I'm happy at that to go and have a look where we are. 154,259. Another 6-star ticket, an engine this time. That's 3 in a row. So 154,159 against the 154,259. We're going to save that best lap replay, and we're just outside 3.48. Happy days. So we're up into 15th place. Not a bad starter without... Hang on. 154,259. We're only half a second away. 153,726. I think I might just have a go to see if we can take that half a second without using a help aid. Let's see if we can just do that. That would please me. Gold with no helps. That would be quite nice. Let's see if we can do that. I thought it was the bottom end of the 53s. I didn't realise it was in the top end of the 53s, so I can't remember numbers. Not at my age. When you get to these numbers, you forget. You just put them out of your head. So here we go then. Let's have another go. Let's see if we can get this nice and smooth into one. Just not letting the car slide, trying to listen for those tyres squealing. We're not going to have a time against the Ghost on the first lap. So it's all going to be on visuals. It looks like he's pulling away. There's that little bit of sideways turny braking force that seems to kick us out. Look how much we can cut there. Just bear with me, chaps. I'll get to your questions in a moment. I'm probably 1.1, 1.2 seconds down here at the moment because of that instability coming into that corner. Got to find a way to sort that, and that's probably where counter steer is going to work. We just check those. You're on controller, so take something tame to control. Yeah, understood that. Have you done the Civic missions in the rain lately? I tried it again, seems a lot harder. Civic missions in the rain. Not sure which one we're discussing, but I haven't repeated all the missions again recently, so I do need to revisit them. And again, I've got another 4 weeks until the kit arrives, so that's probably where we're going to go next, actually. We'll probably revisit the missions and see if we can get some times against them with this equipment. Do you see the stand to use the PS5 controller as a steering wheel? I've not seen it. Is that when you say use it as a steering wheel, you mean by rotating the PS5 controller it turns the wheels? Good evening, Mr. B, JB, welcome. I have to say you've had a very constructive day today, Mr. JB. Well done, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, I've just let it slide there using the brakes just a little bit. Just a little bit weird. I'm going to try not to use the curbs here. I'm just going to brake in a straight line. That massive difference. Massive difference keeping the car at the right angle. Avoid that curb unless you want the car to turn is where I'm going to go. Oh, we lost it. 5 secret skins over the weekend. Somebody sent me a DM. Ah, so he's... right, okay. I haven't seen such a device. I think that's just blown it. Yeah, we hit that too tight. I'm not so sure how I can get to a DM quite at this moment. Not if I'm going to not break the flow, so just bear with me if I don't get to immediately. I'm just in the death throes of... oh, you know what I'm doing. I don't need to explain. 19 people? Happy days. Welcome, folks. So just as a shout out to those people that are a member of the Widdowmaker Racing fraternity. Oh, did you see? That was perfect, wasn't it? That absolutely... that felt so good, that drifty slide out of that corner. So good. Right. I came on to try and... nah, let's kick out. I was trying to go and... I can't get it to work. I was trying to go and do the time trial without help aids. I was trying to go and get golds, wasn't I? So... let me focus on trying to get this gold without the help aids. And then we will then look at anything from clips or anything. Give us that chance to get this done. So, good evening, Boris29, welcome. It was pretty decent, that slide, but tricky to hold on to. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's just my brain's not working. I need my brain to focus on the one thing. So. I honestly don't know, JB. Have you got gold? Probably. You're that good. You're a good driver. I mean, anybody that comes second in a Widdowmaker race is... Now, do you notice I've got no ghost? There's no ghost. So the bug is in effect. The bug is in effect. I've got to go all the way out. Good evening, Bald Eagle. Welcome. We're doing time trial, so it says it in the chat. The agenda is time trial, time trial, time trial. Not sure what you've forgotten, Ollie. Apologies. Not sure what you've forgotten. Not one more. Sorry that I have forgot. I don't know what you mean. I'm clueless in Seattle. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So we'll just we'll just roll on through as though nothing's happened. I don't like it when my brain doesn't work. It does my head in. When I can't remember simple words, it just... I hate it with a passion. Ghosts. Load. That one. Go. 0.9 is fine. Start. We're not putting any help aids on. I don't know what you mean, Ollie. I'm just gonna carry on. So what you can't do is you can't hit the sausages with the outside wheel. If you hit the sausages with the outside wheel, you're done. You've got to put the sausage between your wheels. As you know, we straddle sausages. I don't know what's up with my brain. More and more in the last 2 years, I can't think of the thing that is right there in my brain that I'm wanting to say. I reckon I've got that. Whatever it is, that I can't remember what it is. I reckon I've got that. That's terrible. Type too quickly. Okay, okay. So, there's a great example here of what Sam was talking about last week about turning on the curbs. This car will turn on a sixpence on the curb. So here, coming up this hill, don't run on the curbs when you want to turn. Turn on the tarmac, don't use the curb on the outside. Now we're going to try and make some gains here. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I'm going to come off the gas, allow the car to coast, back on the gas. Yeah, tell me about it. Normal, simple and easy stuff, and they just don't come. It's terrible when you're meeting at work and it just doesn't come out. It's just, yeah. Must be all that PTSD from Vietnam and stuff. I've just blown it. I hit it with the outside wheel. Rubbish. Got that line wrong coming through there. That was a joke, by the way, about Vietnam. I don't know if you got that. They called me camouflage. I was a first class PMC on patrol. What was it? On patrol. Ooh, camouflage. Yeah, that one. I got a red lap as well because of hitting the sausage. So this quarter of a second up is not going to be to our benefit, but we'll use it to practice. We're going for gold with no helps. Oh, I think I needed to brake just a smidgen earlier there. We're still up. But we're not up against our... We're only up against our previous lap, I think, not against the old ghost of the day. Fixation amnesia. I have bulimia amnesia. I just forget to throw up. That's the problem. I eat loads of stuff. I've got this eating disorder. It's called bulimia amnesia. I'm supposed to be throwing up and losing weight, but I forget. I just stuff my gizzards. You just presume because I was that old, I wasn't joking. There you go. There's your comedy side coming out again. You're feeling better, Scampy, I can tell. You joined, but you need to grind the penny. There's 2 million credits here available. He says. I'm not there yet. I'm probably going the painful way around this by trying to do it without help aids, but we're going to try and do it properly. We're going to try and really then put the help aids on and try and make the gains. I'm going to stay off the curbs before I brake. Going to use the brakes for a progressive slowdown. Going to stay off the curbs on the left hand side here. Ryan's made his way down from Twitch into YouTube just to give himself a better chance at seeing what's going on, I think. Now that's half a second up against the previous lap. I don't think that's against the Ghost. Definitely not against the Ghost, so we're going to see where we're going to get. This should be in the 153s, I think. Oh, just outside, but it's a faster lap, so there we go. The old ABS is doing well. There's two Ghosts now. There's the last lap that we did. Look how much quicker that last lap Ghost was. We lost a bit there. So we lost that time in the next sector, didn't we? I don't know if we're going to see Wilkie today, but oh, he blew that. But Wilkie is the big 5-1 today. It's his birthday. So if he does come in, folks, can we have a big rapturous happy birthday for the Wilts when he joins us today? Because he is the big 5-1. He's the grandpapa of the room, I believe, today. But he always has been, but he's a big supporter of the channel. He's here almost every day, except on days his missus needs him. And like most of you are. But a big happy birthday for Wilkie when we see him, if you don't mind. Let's hope he nips in. How close those two Ghosts are. We're going to get to compete with them in a minute when we get a lap on par. Oh! Oh. That happens, folks. I don't think we're going to be going red immediately this outlap. Flipped it. The flip happened there. The flip. We deflipped. We did flip, sir. We rolled it. So we get to do a practice lap and then we go into a hottie. So we're going to stick with these two. We're not going to use the curb on the right. That curb on the right is going to enforce a bit of a slide. Look at that. Look how we can control the car in there without touching that curb. Just got to watch. You've got to brake down progressively. You can use this curb on the right because it's not going to affect the turn. But this one on the left, just avoid it for now. Get the car to turn in beautifully, nicely under power, nice and controlled. Bit of a coasty brake, bit of a lag brake through there. That's really nice. It's a shame it's a red lap. We're doing well here. See if we can now get this sausage straddling bit going. What we need is a bit of a straddle on the sausage. Look at that, folks. There would have been another 10th. Car's pushing a bit, but there we go. We'd have been a 54.1 at this point. 54.106 is our current fastest, so 54.130 would have been really nice. Let's see if we can just reflect, repeat and reflect. Got that little drift in there again, didn't we? The all-important thumbs up. There's the man. We need those thumbs up. They help. The likes are where it's at. We kind of lost it there. We lost 2/10. We lost half a second, which is a shame. If we can gain that back though with a little bit of smooth driving. Smooth. On a fourth early. Don't know if that was a big risk or a... Yeah, we're losing time in the fourth. Yeah, that's a shame. Good evening, Tom. Welcome to the channel. Good evening this evening. Well, currently, Tom, I am less than half a second off the gold. No help aids. And it's all about being smooth. And as a smooth kind of character myself, we were just going through that bit of a process. That's where we sit. So no help aids turned on yet, and we're just half a second away. I'd say we're yeah, we are half a second now, which is pretty good. But we're having a few fails along the way. So we flipped once, much faster down the start finish this time. Let's see if we can get this right through here. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm about as smooth as a saw. Well, I'm ever so sorry, JB. That's not what she said. I've lost it again there. Just got the braking point wrong. I'm soaring at the wheel, as pointed out by JB. Let's see if I can just get this thing. No. We're not going to do it by doing these kind of things. We've got to get it right. I think we could quicken this process up, couldn't we? We could go and nip and put counter steer on, and that will give us a bit of hold. That will allow us to just get back on. I would like to get gold with no helps. That would be a tremendously elitist thing to do, but personal achievements, it would be tremendous. See if we don't flip it here. 2/10 down and losing pace. Still 2/10 down, which is a shame. It's such a slow car, but we're gaining. I know, JB. I feel you, bro. Two very distinctly different lines there, look. How can I be that far down? Coming out that corner, that's a bit of a misrepresentation of time, I think. Right, I've been getting this second braking point wrong here, so I've slowed down far too much there. No, we're going to go and put the counter steer on. I'm going to admit defeat. Need to save the fastest lap there, I think, don't I? Because we did beat it. 53.969 is the optimal now. So let's just have a look at the ranking board and see where we move to. JB, oh, there we're just ahead of Olive, unfortunately, but yes, we are coming up to Ollie, and yeah, we're probably a second away from the fast guys. Well, more than a second, but we're gonna do it now. We're gonna put the counter steer on, and we have to come all the way out to get the ghost working. And unfortunately, we dropped one ghost, but not a problem. I hope to be really smashing a good time in here. So we can not revisit the test. That would be ideal. I'm just picking up on what Tom says there about so many times starting with a red lap. Yes, most of the night. I think most of the night we've been doing that. Yeah, it's with a measured approach, with the way we prescribe going about this, it is... I don't think, and I'm going to say this and I hope it comes across in the right way, this isn't that hard a test if you can measure your approach. It is a hard test. It is a hard test, but it's not unbeatable. I expect this counter steer to give me ghost relatively quickly if I can make the laps. If I keep making silly mistakes, I expect it to take a little while, but yeah, I sponged the brakes on the way through there. That wasn't really very good, but counter steer didn't help us at all on S9, did it? S9 counter steer held us back a lot. I'm hoping counter steer will allow me to get on the gas here, and it will stop the car sliding under braking quite so much. It's still drifting a lot, but yeah, I'm not trying to tell people this isn't hard a test. I'm saying if with the approach I try and prescribe, this is achievable, I think. I don't want to make people think I'm being elitist. I'm not. I don't believe I'm a fast driver. I'm fast enough to get gold and make gold relatively comfortably. Without the best equipment, of course. Good evening, Erebus. Welcome, sir. Let's see if we can... Just lifting a little bit. This should be a 153. Come on. Come on. 153. Come on. Tickle me fancy. No, 154.1, but it's another improvement. I did that thing with the brake pedal again, just lifting it. I didn't catch it, Green Sammy. I saw it today whilst I was doing a bit of stuff this morning, but I didn't actually find the time to switch it on and have a look. which was a shame because I think it was going to be a good race. I didn't know if there was kangaroos going to win this one this time. I saw some cars chasing kangaroos down the circuit. I don't know if that was last year's race or this year's. There were some highlights on that I almost caught. What I don't want these tests to be is frustrating for anybody. If I can take the frustration away, my job here is done. But I don't think we're going to get an improvement this time round. What I want to try and see is if we can hook a tyre and improve some acceleration through there. There is acceleration improvement, yes. Australian driver in a Porsche for the win. Very, very good. The racing season is in full effect now, isn't it? We're going to be quickly and soon into the racing calendar for the year. It's going to be on its way, isn't it? Daytona's not far off now. You know, we've got Formula 1 a month away. We're going to be full swing into all the events. It's going to be tremendous. I think we're going to have a full year of some real good racing. Probably braked a little bit too much there. I'm looking forward to motorsport this year for some reason. I don't know why. I was supposed to have booked that this weekend. I haven't done it. I'm going to do that one night this week. I've got that alignment into that corner wrong, that's a shame. Could have gone to second gear earlier. Oh, frustration. Don't let the frustration creep in, Widow, come on. That's 2 laps, no mistakes with the counter steer. Counter steer should make this easier. Eating that time. Is it going to be enough to sneak a creaky one in? I've had to lift the throttle, unfortunately. Going to keep my foot on the brakes. I'm going to hit an earlier apex. Some counter steer involved there, but that was all right. To a degree, I think people will learn more about the game in the slower cars. My personal opinion. I think you will learn how to drive the cars in the slow cars and then translate that into the faster cars. I think you'll be a better driver in the end. Because I've learned some stuff today about just how much the cars turn in. That was a shame. It turned in aggressively on me there, and I was going to be gold that lap. That's annoying. Just lost that little bit of traction coming in on the... It just... I don't know. Can't explain why the front end disappeared in then. Can't explain that at all. Good luck, Ollie. Unfortunate. Unlucky. Good night. You can always watch it back tomorrow. You won't miss it. It's such a shame I come to the streaming so late, but it's... I've always got a full day to do. Today I was doing work around the house, which has to be done, I'm afraid. I don't have the ability to just not do these things, so today we were insulating the garage and getting rid of a mouse. A mouse we've nicknamed Hercules. So Hercules the mouse, as we've known he's been about for a month or so, and we've put a humane trap down, so one of these live traps that attracts them in and it keeps them in a little plastic containment. Well, Hercules broke out of the plastic containment, isn't at large at the garage. He is running free, so we've been down to the hardware store today and bought another humane trap, but one that's made from aluminium and steel. So if Hercules is able to break out of this one, well, we're going to unfortunately have to put some killer in it as well, because little Hercules isn't wanted in the garage. So running amok, yeah, little swine dog he is. So little rat, we're gonna find him. But we called in Samson because of the sheer way he broke out of the box. He's broke the lock on the damn thing. So 53.49 fastest possible, which is easily achievable. And I blew it just at the point where I thought I had it. I relaxed. Well, we were going to call him Samson, but I think that was a bit unfair on our friend Sam, even though Sam is a bit of a muscly one. But we went for Hercules the mouse. It was the second week at work, yes, you're right. It wasn't. I thought I'd blown that then. It was the right tyre. Just behind the time. Not going to be enough to beat the time this time, I don't think. Should do. I'm not going to be able to smash it. Not going to be able to get inside that gold time just yet, but let's keep on pushing. I lost it all. I had to lift the throttle. Great time. Go enjoy that lobster thermidor, which you'll be having tonight with chili sauce, one would reckon. It'll be a lobster bisque, won't it? Come on, Widow. Get this done. Quarter of a second up in the first corner. Come on. I'm making silly mistakes now. There's the purple. I haven't seen the purple in a long time. ABS cut in there just to throw me wide. Come on, think about it. All those 54s, look, all of them. Every one of 54, and you're just not finding the right place to. Yeah, I knew I'd overcut that. So we got to do another lap on the red. Come on, Widow. You're letting yourself down here, son. Come on. There's the front end going a bit wildy-woolly. That could be the counter steer, you know, causing that. It's made it great on a lot of other corners, but when it comes to that one, instead of counter steering, it's going to push the front end. So, just need to be aware. Come on, Widow. Let's get it. Oh, you red lap this time. Let's see if we can really get it together on this one as a practice. Come on. Thinking about turning TC off again. Seeing if TC can give us a little something. That's definitely where I'm losing a lot of time, just there. I delayed too long there, didn't I? I didn't brake early enough. I didn't brake in time. No, it's not a hard test, it's a frustrating test. Not a hard test, it's frustration, and that's what's going to kill you. Because you know you're so close. The 4 lefts is a big time. It is, and that's where I'm losing the time. It's a progressive breakdown. 4th, 3rd. I don't think I'm losing time here. I'm just not perfected the point through there. Again, I slid through there probably because I challenged the ABS, but the time is made in those 4 big lefts, definitely. If you can hold it together for the rest of the lap, that's where you're going to make your gains. So let's see if we can do that this time round. Look at that, we did 6 solid, no faults in the 54s. Counter steer really helps out of turn 1. Really helps. I'm going to try and carry some speed through here if I can. Just brake on. The 4th gear, back on the throttle. Brake on. Didn't really do it, but I've carried the speed. Don't slide. Just straighten the steering wheel to try and counteract the process. Now braking. Now you've only got 2 complexes in the final corner to really challenge yourself. Yes, that seems to be the way, JB. I'm going down to 3rd too early, I think, into that corner, but lost a bit of acceleration out that corner there. Here we go. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. 53.5, that's gold. Now we've got to push on a little bit and just see if we can make a little bit more on that. So 27 laps I believe that took to get gold, which is going to be around about an hour of game time. We're an hour and 29 of air time, so that's probably about right. Little bit too early on the gas there. Once you've got past that gold time, then it's the pressure's off. All we're now doing is improving. All we're doing now is trying to aim for the high up the friends list as we can go. Hopefully we've been able to take some of you with us. Hopefully some people are watching, driving along and trying to find that extra second or two just through the process we're following. Time's ticking away. We were quite quick through there last time out, weren't we? Look, down to 0.9. Got to lift a bit, get back on the throttle. We lost it all there. Look at it. That ghost is away. Very similar time. Now we're up. Much straighter line out the corner, much more under control. Got a bit more zhuzh down the straight. Let's see if we can just roll this into this corner a little bit better in fourth gear. Now we're down to third. Look at that bounce across the curbs. That was quite stunning of that ghost, wasn't it? We're up big time here. If we just avoid that curb on the left. Hoping for a 53.2. If we can maintain this all the way to the end, what we've got to just do is ride that sausage. Ride this one in the same way. It's not going to be a 53.2 for sure, but see if we can get the slingshot on. There we go, it's coming. .53.3. Just incredibly quick through there. It's working. Nice one, Ryan, well done. Just getting it, just getting this bit, that little bit. Oh, we're on two wheels. Mr. Drifter, we're going to hang on there. We're going to just go and have a look where we are now. 53.376. Have we made it to the top 10? 115 miles gets us the trophy. A 53.141 optimal. We're definitely in there. So 2.68, 2,198th. We're inside the top 10, so we've got a little bit further to go to get amongst the top movers and shakers. Sam there, 151.960. Wow. Yeah, good car to use, the Ferrari VGT. Very nice. The McLaren should be good there as well. So, 7th. As there, look. Has Big Pop got his rig mounted? Yes, he's on 28th. Not sure whether he's thrashing away or whether he's out giving Zeke his dinner or going Zeke for a walk, maybe. We're going to have to quit out and relaunch. Yeah, that's happy days. We've got, what? That was an hour and a half. Hour and a half to get into the gold. Really comfortable. And hopefully, Olive, thank you. Hopefully, Olive, you can take some of those points and use them. See if you can. That would help a lot. Now then, let's go slightly differently. As you can see there, we've got the we've got a rent. We're not going to use the rental this time. We're going to see if we can. It's a beautiful car. I'm so sorry. It's more about you versus the car. Don't hate the car. Don't hate it. Everything is good. I don't want sound. I want ghosts. Come on. Load the ghost. That one. And look at the progression there. 154.2, and then we're down to there in the sessions, which isn't bad, I guess. Let's see if this is any different. I could go to the Sonac skin, JB. I definitely could. I definitely could. In fact, let's do it. Let's do it for JB. I got this car set up anyway, but it doesn't matter. We'll redo it. We'll reset it up another one. I understand. I know I'm useless. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about the process. I wasn't thinking about all the other stuff that goes with it. I need to go and buy the parts for that car now, don't I? Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Sonac's one. It's got to be that one. I've already bought the parts for that, I think. I have. Yeah. 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 Nobody sees the skin. But don't worry. Don't worry. 7 points off 50. 7 points off level 50. Oh, such a shame. I thought you said 7 points off LOL 50. No, just go and buy a £7 car. Go on. Just go and buy one. Assist. No, it's ghosts we want. Let's go and see if this car as an owned car drives any differently. Let's see if this drives differently to a rental. Different aero, different wheels. It feels different already. Look how far away he is. There's the Sonac skin, look. Just for JB. It wasn't just for JB, it was for Widow. Just for Widow. He made it for Widow. I should use them. I shouldn't be so old. It actually holds so much better around there. Much more confident. we're going to go and change some parts, I think. How much we overspun into there. It feels it. Just got to get used to the stability and where I can push. Just feels a bit more pointyable. I can point it where I want it, I think. Whoa! That was rubbish. I've lost this whole next lap as well. Overconfidence. Doesn't hurt to start again, does it? Because we're past that point now of 86. Let's go. I never went to 5th. Bit savage on the soaring motion on the wheel. Donkey doodah. Only if it was under a minute, my friend. YouTube shorts have to be a minute or less. If 60 seconds or less. But you could we could just edit out some of the straights, couldn't we? A 60-second clip from a hot lap would edit down into a 60-second short. It probably would, you know. I might just do that after midnight tonight. Might just have a quick go at that, because I can put it on screen and see if it works. Got that line completely wrong. Not focused. I'm thinking about making shorts. Thinking about the things I have to do to adjust the camera to make it all work correctly. Because if I did it from a, can't get it out of my mouth, for God's sake. Think about one thing at a time. Right. If I did it from a replay, there's no image of me, so there's no audio of me, so it'd just be, I'd have to do an overlay, a voice overlay. If I could do it from a copy of this, I'd have to make sure I'm saving it now, because the downloaded version off YouTube is so bad. It's not in the same quality as I upload it. So when you download from YouTube, it's in, I think it's 720. So I don't think it's, I think it's only standard quality. I don't think it's anything particularly good. So I'd have to save the replay now with my commentary over the top. Now there's nothing stopping me putting commentary over the top, but there's no image of me, which I think people want that image of you to make it more viewable, to make it more authentic. So, the unfortunate thing is I'm not recording this footage. I'm just putting it straight to YouTube. So, what I'm going to have to do, I think, is stop talking about how to make the YouTube and talk about the lap. I'm angry with myself at the moment, and I shouldn't be. I'm trying to do 85 things with my brain. Always. It's more stable, but I'm having a few acceleration issues with the car. Right, I need to brake on a couple of corners a little bit shorter, so let's see if I can... I'm recording as well, so let's go. Across the line. Gonna brake on the edge of the dark patch. Get it into the corner, get it to turn. We have done that, but counter steer. We're still up on the time. So let's look for the braking marker, which is just going to be just after the Michelin sign. We're going to brake in a straight line without touching the curbs. Now you've got to do the hit, miss, hit version of those curbs. A bit like on the Nürburgring. Turn in early before you can see the apex. Absolute nugget. Back to the start. I'm trying to better it with this car. I don't know why my brain can't do the things it needs to. So here we go then, cross the line. As we cross the line, up is a fifth gear. Braking at the dark patch. Don't lift up off the brake until you hit that apex. Let the car roll. Get on the gas. Chase the two ghosts down. We're going to brake just after the Michelin sign. They go so much deeper, don't they? See how much we're able to cut there. This car will drift for a week. I'm going to brake more than I did last time. Missed the apex because I was sliding. Cut so much there as well. Got to brake before this 100 in this car. We weren't going as fast there, I don't think. This car's not the car I want to be using. I want to be using the one I set up. I've screwed it anyway, haven't I, if I've beaten the time. I don't think I beat the time with that car anyway, did I? Because it's not the one that I want to use. At the same time. Right, again, we're at frustration point. We need to stop the frustration. We need to get back focused on the process. I really don't know how this will work as a short. Because at the critical, I have to be talking at the points where the video is going to be being made. At this point, I don't know where that's going to be. No, not enjoying this. Not enjoying this part. Learning to drive the car again with a completely different setup. It's frustrating. And I know why people hate it. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that hard to conquer. I need to let the car run more through the lefts. I can't brake any better here. I don't know if it needs more rev in a straight line. You can't let it go any further into that corner then. You have to just guide it through the corner. Right. Go back to basics and start racing the Ghost again, not what we think we're trying to do, which is smash the car out and time out the park. We're just going to keep racing the Ghost. Start to put the laps in again and just get it rolling. Can't be any harder than S10. Too narrow, that's the problem there, isn't it? I'm way too narrow. Need to get that wider. Actually faster in the standard car. I thought I'd be faster in this. Thought I would be. Right. We've got a lap done again. Let's see where I was faster and where I'm not. That Ghost is going to show us that we were actually slower through this part of the circuit, weren't we? A 1:53 376. I've just crashed. Flipping hell. A 153.376. I haven't moved the camera again, have I? Why do they take the fastest time away from the top of the screen? On every other test, the time is up there at the top. There's a line of them. Why do they take it away and put it there on the bottom right-hand corner where my camera is? It's ridiculous. In case you didn't hear that amongst my ranting, a 153.376. Gold by half a second. Thank you, sir. Feeling frustrated. If you hadn't told, if you couldn't tell. Frustrated again because that just slid off the apex. That was just aiming for where I wanted to and it just slid right. Mediocre driver messes it up again. That old same story. Good night, Olive. Take care. Have a good one. Enjoy. Have a good week, friend. It's just there where we lost the time, look. It's just where the standard ghost breaks away. Look at him go. That's just where he gets the gain. There's not a massive amount. There is. I know I can make up half a second on that ghost. Easy. I've just got to make it happen. I'm just screwing it up. Sam's going to tell me that it's about the coast getting the car to turn, making too many gear changes. A tenth down, 2/10 down. To a quarter of a second down. Just losing it, losing it, losing it. We're loving it like that. Come on. Thumpkins. Going back to the standard car. Not getting anywhere near with the owned car. Let's see where we go. I think it was lying to me, effectively, making it feel more comfortable. The steering was heavier, but it was false sense of security. It wasn't braking so well into the corners. The rental seems to be... doesn't have so much grip, the rental. It really doesn't. I could tell that out of the first corner. It slides more. Let's see. I'm wondering if I need to change gear earlier. Down the straights. Got normal turbo, hasn't it? Or no turbo. It might be NA. I think it's NA. Doesn't have a boost gauge. Yeah, I thought it was. There's no puff to get hold of earlier, is there, and let it blow you down the straight. Levels of unbelievable frustration creeping in. Just got to be slow to be fast. And that's what I've been trying to be too fast in the owned cars. Just got to slow it down, more methodical, stay smooth. Just outside 0.002. These two ghosts are going to be so close. They're going to be battling back and forth. Just got to slow it down. 0.002. How could I lose that much time? And exactly the same there. I lost so much time through that complex. I gained it on the way in, then lost it in the middle. Yeah, it's a massive lesson to learn. Massive lesson. And it works. It is a big one. I don't know whether I feel that we're far enough up. to be able to call it a day and say, yeah, we're going to get gold now. I think 4 days in, I think we do have that ability at half a second inside the time to actually just say, I think we're there. But that's overconfidence. Look how much I lost. I lost 0.2. I was 0.14 up. What am I doing wrong? Am I... It's because I'm trying to coast that apex so I don't drift out of the corner. That's where I'm going wrong there. I've got to keep on it. I'm going to keep on it this time. Blue. 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 Still blue. Red. I stayed in third all the way through there because changing down to second last time killed me. And it's killed me again. Time's ticking away. Here we go. Third gear through the complex then. There's a better time. There we go. Just a tiny improvement, but it's there. Gave it too much. So we know where we can make up some time. We remember where the mistake is. Braking in a straight line also helps in this car. I messed that up. I wasn't even thinking about the corner as I got to there. That's my brain at fault again. Wandering off. Focus, you nugget. I didn't change down to second. The brain just didn't do it. Next time. Down to second this time when I wanted to stay in third. Well done, brain. Well to hold that, I think. Right, let's see if we can absolutely throw one at this start-finish line and get a faster time through the line. Come on. No, we're down on speed. Little gains. Little gains, come on. I don't know why we carried so much speed through there. That was really weird. It was like the ABS, what little ABS we've got didn't work and it just lost all the time. Maybe I didn't press the brake pedal hard enough, maybe. So my Ghost is this back one here, and he was very slow out this final corner, which is demonstrated here, look. All we've got to do is mimic that Ghost now, and we will gain. He will gain so much through this complex. Third gear all the way. Third gear, third gear, third gear. Even though we were 0.171 down mid part of the lap, we've lost so much there. That's such a shame. Such a shame to have that taken away from us. Look at that. Just blew it. Right at the end. That's a sucker. Oh, we know we've got so much more in this. A 52.911 that's just gone to. Oh, just a heartbreaker. Come on. We know it's there. Just the smooth. JB talked us through this earlier. This is just a smooth part of the circuit. You can get that to brake smoothly without the slide. Which we didn't do, I must admit. We blew it here earlier, so we just got to brake that bit harder. Get the car to come in. You don't want that slide that you have to correct. Oh, not smooth at all. Just be smooth. Just be in the groove. Just get it together. This time. This time. I felt that could have been a 52 as I made the gains through the chicane. I didn't expect to lose it all coming off the chicane. No! Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Ah, you flunk. So annoying. Come on. So this is the critical part of the circuit. It's just got to be smooth. Not that slide. We don't want all that slide. All that slide just runs you wider and wider. Takes you away from the racing line. Going to fourth gear early there might have been a mistake. Had a little hesitation coming off the throttle there. Changing up to third gear, it did hesitate. But it feels like we're closer. If we can just do the third gear thing, let's not change down to second. Blew it. Don't tell me how that got so deep, I've no idea. I don't know how that didn't go off the track either. ABS just cut in and just lengthened the braking zone. It wasn't good at all. ABS is cut in there as well, that's what's happening. Alright, JB, take care, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for your help today. It's appreciated, mate. All the best. Ooh. Let's see if we can actually then make an improvement. Come on, let's talk our way into this, because I've been a bit silent and inward recently, so let's see how we can do. This has got to be easier than S10. It's got to be. No water around. It just wanted to slide away to the red bit. Is there any easy gains we can make? Ah, the curbs just really unsettled the car. That was a bit of a shortcut, but I don't think it improved any traction. It probably got dirty tyres, which doesn't help. Got to find a better way around that hairpin bend as well. That hairpin's just a little bit tricky. .55. It's going to be interesting to watch this replay back, purely because I want to know how these brakes are reacting and how they're acting on the old ABS, weak ABS, because it doesn't feel like I've really got control of the car under braking. Bizarrely enough, I feel like I'm pushing the brake all the way to the stop. The car's stopping at its own volition, and I think maybe I'm over pushing the brakes. Now I know that blue time isn't real. That blue time is probably because I haven't set a lap. And that's against the 155, 155. So car's under control at this point. The car's slower, so that gap to the Ghosts is just a bit bigger. I don't think this will be an improvement. I think it's going to be outside the 53.5. There it is, 53.508, pretty much where I thought. You really start to get used to being able to predict your time when you know the distance to the Ghost. Becomes really quite evident when you've run that amount of laps that you know. Now I want a slice at that time. Come on, you know you do. Oh, we blew that line, didn't we? Just need to accelerate still. Yeah, give up when the frustration becomes too much. I'm about at that point myself. We've gained on the previous one, so we only have to make up 0.2. I don't think we've made enough. 320, that's a new lap. We haven't tried gear slamming yet. In the braking zone, we haven't tried really aggressively chomping down on the bit, have we? Only improvement for me was at R3E lap. There is improvements to be made, but they are just another driving tip away, and it's finding that tip. Very small gains at the moment for me. Very small gains. Very small. We're not getting anywhere near where I want to be. That went red there. What a slug bucket. I was just driving it on the edge, just trying to gain that extra bit, and I just over carried it. But not going to give up just yet. It was a red lap, yeah. I've just done that myself, so. We should try, well, my next thing is to gear slam. That's my next change. Just see if I can challenge. Oh, there we go. There's another one. There's another rollover. Yep. Another rollover. 153, 320 is where we're at. Twice, I've rolled it tonight, twice. Twice it's shown its underbelly. Just correcting that oversteer. Oprah loves cake. Welcome, new member. Just joined as rookie. Thank you very much. You're very generous. That'll give you a chance to look at all the hidden members content, which there's a few hours of it now. Nothing in recent weeks though, I must admit. We need to make a change there and give the members something. But yeah, welcome to membership, Oprah. Thank you. It's a little bit back. It's going to be a 155, 153.5 something. No, 6. Oh my lordy. Try and let the car roll a bit. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. Really is. Really is appreciated. Thank you. I was supposed to give away 5 memberships last night and I didn't do it. I got so wrapped up in the S10 thing that I left without doing it. We managed to hold on to that. Look, I don't know how I kept that from going red. That was shocking. That was such poor car control. Or 1/10 of a second down. I haven't produced a video for a couple of weeks and I think I need to get back to it. So there won't be a stream tomorrow night, but I will be making videos and I will be putting something out there for people to watch and use to aid them through the game. Not 100% sure whether it's going to be GT7 content tomorrow or whether we'll introduce a new game with a video. We'll see. I've got plenty of new games to show. I would like to bring more content, try and attract more wider users, try and give at least one day of a live stream to another game, one that maybe people play, people enjoy, one that contains content that GT7 doesn't have. It would be nice to bring something slightly different to the channel. Something that I could potentially shine at and not be outshone on by others. It doesn't have a friends list though, which is a shame because that doesn't encourage the community thing. But the game I'm thinking of does have a weekly challenge that if you have the game, you can challenge me on. I'll set the challenge at the start of the week. And then at the end of the week we can review who did what. But yeah, that's 6 weeks away. I would suggest, well, maybe 4 weeks away now. We're only a week away. No, not Mudrunner, sir. I do like Mudrunner and I do have it on the PS. I was thinking of WRC. I know a couple of the YouTubers are introducing it, but I don't know if it's a niche, whether people aren't really digging WRC. It's an extension of the Dirt 2.0 franchise. And it's a shame it doesn't include the autocross that it did in the original one. Right, we're on one for once. We're actually on one. We're ahead of where we were. Let's see if we can get this right and try and hook this closer to the apexes. on a bit of a slide, but we lost all that, didn't we? That 2.7 is going to fall away. And we cut that apex too fine, but it's let us have it, but we've still overshot. Well, we'll try and give you a bit of content tomorrow night. We'll do a video intro, talk you through the game, show you. It's got license tests as well, you see. So if we can, it hasn't got license tests, it's got driving tests, which we can show you how to do. I don't know if it'd be pretty much the same sort of content as Gt7, if we could do it in the same way with a bit of commentary, or whether we should just do a live on it tomorrow. I got to see if the new NVIDIA graphics driver fixed the problem from last week. We're on the blue before that. That's such a shame. We were close. So 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, the NVIDIA driver update came, and it introduced a little bit of a glitch to PC. So the running man had the same problem being on NVIDIA. He was having frame rate issues, and so was I. As I was playing WRC 2 weeks ago, it really wasn't able to be streamed. It was horrific. And I'm hoping yesterday's update has fixed that. So we'll give it a test tomorrow night, and we might get a stream of that, an evening of stream of WRC, and see how it goes. You can watch my ability to listen to instructions as well as drive. See if I can tune in to the co-driver. I'm all over the show. I've really not got the grips with this, but some of these lap times are really decent. They're in gold, but I'm just not getting anywhere near to where I am. So I've just got to slow it down, smooth it out again, see if we can get back to where we were. Tuesday night, just so everybody knows, I've put an announcement in the Widdowmaker racing bit. We will be doing a it's a rallycross evening. I've managed to set up in Excel a bit of a tournament plotter thing that'll allow us to have 9 races, all of 5 minutes each, because it's only minute laps at the Barca rallycross. But I've done a heats, semis, final setup. So even if 16 people turn up to play, we will all get 9 races, and it should add up to around about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes racing. Everybody gets 9 races if they stop all night, and we will end up with an overall winner. All of the heats and semis add up to points to the final grid start. Grid's an excellent platform. They really are good. They really have brought it in. They've kept the feel for the game, and I've found the settings that make me feel like I'm driving really well without it being too easy. Oh, that's just ugly. Just ugly now. So yeah, well, I don't think they've made massive improvement. I do. I think they've made big strides with the game, but visibly, discerningly, I don't think it's overly a massive change on how the game works. They seem to have cut out a bit of content. They seem to have flattened the game a bit. They've brought in a lot more customization, which is cool. I'm not sure I'm into the customization they've brought, in terms of you can actually make your own and design your own rally car to a certain spec. However, the car shapes and designs that you design, you're just picking from options and then whatever, but I think you could make some absolute stunners. I think you could, you're going to do custom races and stuff, it would be cool to be able to make your own car to meet a criteria and then set it about on the rally. So we'll have to see if we can bring some of that, show people how to do it, show what it's about. I had a good fettle around with it the other night for a couple of hours. Got some good, I think I found my favourite part of it, which is the quick rally. You can set up as many stages as you want, but then race against your AI. And if you choose a random one, it just puts 4 stages in. And it's normally 1 stage out, 2 stages out, then it reverses them. And they'll normally get 1 with rain, 1 at night, 1 in the day, one really good goer. And I had a couple of hours thrashing around at that. It was really felt quite good. The game felt at its best. So messed that up, didn't I? Hit that inside curb too heavy. Let's see if we can get that this time. Let's just lift up and bring the nose in, and let's see if we can get around this corner and get back to the line and put a decent lap in. I feel I'm hitting the wall at 1:53.320. I know I've been probably into the 52s in sort of the time in sort of sections, but then sort of blown it as we've got to the latter part of the corner circuit. That was easy to call that blown, wasn't it? That was a wild bit. I'd like to be able to set a new ghost for that one, so we can chase that round a couple of times. Smooth acceleration there. That's not indicative time of me being able to beat my ghost. That's against my previous fast lap, which is a 54.360, which is a second slower than I need to be, so I'm 3/4 of a second down in all fairness. So I'm 0.25 of a second down, it feels like. See if I can get this good. I want to turn a bit earlier. Can't get the front end to come back in. Come on. Give me the acceleration. Go, 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 go. That's just dropping away. Look, we're just dropping the time away. We're not on it. Such a shame. 53.5. Where we seem to be regularly now. Just having to make the car, well, the car was understeering, wasn't it? I was just having to counteract that. It's just so frustrating. And here the car goes the other way. It just wants to slide away at the front. It's just like the counter steer is fighting against us at this point, where it wants to block the car, but the car wants to slide, and it's just difficult to know whether you need to turn into it or turn against it. I don't know. It's difficult for the brain to work it out. It's exactly like driving that a bath. You don't know which way it's going to go, which is frustrating. But I'm still enjoying the lapping. I'm just not enjoying the progress we're not making. I know I can gain through this corner if I don't want it to spin. That's that dead. Ah. We'd have killed ourselves again, that Arnco, then. That'd have come crashing straight through the barrier, wouldn't it? We'd have been dead. No, blew it. Wrong tyre. Excuse me there. That was a bit of a cough. That felt like a decent exit from that turn. Leave it in fourth. Gonna get the power in again. Third gear. Off the power. Just let it slide. Brake. Oh, yes. Come on. Tried to power it through rather than brake it and coast it through then, but don't generally know. Yeah, oh, did we? Oh, it's allowing us to really hammer that apex, isn't it? Get the car to come back then. Oh, left leg is starting to ache. Coming up to the 3-hour point, so it's about the point where it normally starts to really yell at me. Looks like we're going to hit a 53.5 again. Those two ghosts are so close, look at them. So close. 53.6, 53.7 maybe. 53.7 dead on the nail. I've already got one, my friend. I've already had that surgery. I've already got that knee brace. It's just for the other leg. It's for my right knee. Couldn't go to work for 6 months because I couldn't press the brake pedal with my right foot, which is the legality in the UK. So I've already got that knee brace, but a sponsor, yeah, that'd be great. Save me some money on buying new ones, but kept in fourth gear all the way around there that time. Let's see if we can make something of it here. Really hammered that second gear early. A med sponsor. Somebody to pay for my paracetamol or the acetaminophen, whichever one you want to call it. Couldn't believe it when I went to the US, just how many paracetamol you could buy in one hit. You can only buy 16 at a time here. You can buy them in tubs of 500 in the US, and it's like, oh, I'll have some of them, take them home. They're about to run out. I need to go back to the US. We weren't that quick round there, that's a bit shocking. But we're gaining on the previous time, so a 6 something, a 5 something. There it is. Those two ghosts are so close together. sawing at the wheel to try and stop it. The best of 53.423. At the moment, we're not getting anywhere beating our... we're not beating our Ghost at any point at this part of the night. We really have slowed down. We were much quicker earlier. We might be just trying to race the Ghost too much. That might be... oh, there's the red. We might be just into the groove of running the same line as the AI, and we might not be. We might not be just doing what we need to and mixing it up. So I'm going to back out. I'm just going to add another help aid. Save best lap replay. Is that going to save the 320? I don't know. Let's just back all the way out. See what that saved, and we might have saved, oversaved, but it don't matter. It's tremendously tricky stuff. Only got 40 minutes left. It looks like we're going to spend the whole night doing it, which I think it deserves. So we've just popped up to 7th place. We've got half a second to go to get to As, which is really what I'm trying to do. Really trying to get up that leaderboard a little bit further. We're inside the top 2,000, which is quite tidy. Quite happy with that. That fastest lap time, it did save that fastest lap time. I'm glad I did that. Now we're just going to see whether that is actually going to do anything. It might help us to get to the apex. It might slow us down. It might not. It might. I've got a feeling it might. It might slow us down until we're arriving in a straight line. You can see it's working there. It's working all the time, the ASM, so it's probably going to slow us down a bit. But what we're hoping for is a little bit of straight line stability so that it keeps the car where we can deliver the power. Just hoping that it can give us a bit of smoothness. So what that did was I changed down too quickly then. It's actually steadied the car, but I've got to brake more in a straight line with the ASM, so we'll try and do that. We'll try not to trail brake quite so much. We'll see if it will... Ah, we hit it with the wrong wheel then. That's atrocious. What that did there was that allowed us to really turn late. Get a straight line in on that apex, didn't it? We were able to really spot that sausage. Really target the sausage quite accurately. Maybe we should try and use the curbs to turn in a little bit at a critical time. Try and get the car turning on the curbs, see if that works in some way, shape, sense or form. Brake early. Sponging the brakes just a little bit because I thought we were going too slow. It really does impact the acceleration. Having all the help aids on now. We were running with no help aids and we were just 0.3 away from the lap. Running counter steer got us that half second to get us where we needed to. And we've been there for the last hour. We haven't really made any gains, which... Is that the standard of driver? Is that where we are? Can we just not find the route to speed? Do we not have the skills that it takes to get amongst the fast boys? Because I think that is the reality. I've got the skills to get gold. Find a way to get gold. I find it difficult to follow instruction. I don't feel that the next step of improvement is really within my grasp at this moment in time. We've got the opportunity to find that next stage. That's coming. I mean, we are going to give ourselves that opportunity to take on the next level, which is more control, more precision, more feedback, more feel. That should give us an opportunity to try and find the next half second, maybe. Will it turn into tenths? You look on YouTube or you look on Facebook and there's so many negative comments from people when you say, oh, I'm just about to go from a G29 to a belt driven wheel, and they say, oh, good luck, you won't know how to drive it, any gains will come 3 to 5 months to 6 months, if any, down the road. And it's really interesting to read what people say. I'm not the one posting the question, by the way. I'm just reading what people say, and it's like, okay, give the guy a chance. At least give him some sort of encouragement. He's going out the way to try and improve, and all you're doing is trying to crush his dreams before he's even got there. So there's got to be some improvement in it. I think a more responsive setup will help, yeah. You know, there's got to be something in it for the improvement. That was absolutely ridiculous. That was an atrocious little bit of acceleration, wasn't it? That was just wicked. Look how far away we are. Got to get these ghosts back to where they need to be. That really does cheese my wedge. But I think all the help aids isn't helping. It's making us more deliberate. We know we can get gold with them all because we've just run gold times. But to get beyond and into the realms of the faster stuff, into the top 5 of the friends list, is proving to be a real challenge. I'm definitely going to be leaving both rigs set up, and we'll be able to run some comparisons, and I might not be able to use the new wheel etc straight away because of setup and configuration issues. Maybe. I don't know. I think I need to purchase some extra bits and pieces from Fanatec yet. Modding the damn thing before they've even got it. But I think I'm thinking about doing that. I'd spend another 100 quid on a damper and some spring firming bits. Putting the same damper on the brake pedal as, sorry, on the throttle as there is on the brake pedal. Maybe. Yeah, that's the bit that I'm concerned with, the dialing in thing. It's taken me... I've had this pedal set up for 4 years. Say 4 years, maybe? Yeah, GT Sport. And it's only been the last year where I've got the brake... Oh, how did we hit that sausage so square? Because I was following that ghost. What was I saying? I've had this set up for maybe 4 years, and it's only been the last year that I've got the brake pedal to where I want it in terms of the modifications. So I've swapped springs about, I've put a different spring in, I've gone back to the original spring, I've took the black block out of the pedal thing, I've put a 3D printed plastic collar in to shorten the movement of the pedal. I'm never going to be able to get that out again. That is in there and it's never coming out. And thankfully, that's make the brake pedals really feel like a car pedal, or one that's in my car. And that's the bit that I'm going to find the massive challenge, is going to a it's gone out of my head. Gone to a brake pedal that works on force rather than distance pushed, which I don't know how it is. I don't know. The words that I'm trying to find are here, but they're just not coming out. That's my head in. Load cell, that's the ones. That's the ones, load cells. Oh, just brain failure. Load cells. So, yeah. People rave about load cells and they talk about how they work, but I've never had one. And the interesting thing is, if I whack the brake pedal to the floor on my car, it'll work exactly like it'll stamp the brakes on the ABS will cut in. And when people say, ah, but a brake pedal doesn't work like that in a car, but it doesn't work how people have described a load cell work, based on pressure. A brake pedal works on how much you push it, surely, because it pushes a piston down, which pushes another piston, and the brake pads move. And the load cell thing sounds weird to how it would work, and maybe it's because I don't understand what the load cell's doing. But this is going to be my first experience of load cells, and we're going to see if it actually feels like it should do, or if I'm just got this phantom feel in my pedals at my feet now. If I push my brake pedal in my car, the brakes apply, and they apply gradually depending on how much I push it. Whether it's logarithmic or whether it's comes to a sudden stop, I don't know. I never thought about that, but if you can change the linear braking curve within the setup, you can tune that to how you want it to feel, I guess, and maybe that isn't what's available here on the G29 pedals. It's just a distance thing, and you get maximum and then minimum. But I honestly don't know what the load cell pedal is trying to emulate, because in my head it doesn't compute. Maybe I just don't understand. I don't know. So that's going to be a big challenge. I am looking forward to the customizability that comes with the Fanatec app. This is the fastest it seems that I've come out there before, but I'm slow. So we'll see what load cell means. And I know I'm already thinking about modifying the brake pedal. Well, not the brake pedal, the throttle pedal already. But I'm guessing the throttle pedal is not load cell. It's a potentiometer, I'm guessing. Guessing. I don't know. People never talk about the throttle pedal being that critical. It's always about how the brake pedal is and how that affects. I know Sam says he struggles with throttle application. He seems to bang the throttle on a lot harder than it should be, and he's used the brake pedal damper on the throttle to try and reduce his input throw. Had to brake there an extra time. This will be a 54 something, but as you can see, it'll be a 53.85, I think. 871, close. So the ghosts are now really close. We've got back to that point again where we're at the cusp of being able to beat our original time. So I'm feeling it. I'm on course to get somewhere near it. But will there be an improvement? I'll read that in a moment. Frustrated with that. Yeah, so I have that issue. The throttle for me is two positions. It's either fully on or fully off. Yet people look at my throttle control and say, no, actually, your throttle control is really quite all over the place, and you are feathering the throttle more often than not. You are doing exactly what it should be doing. You just don't feel you are. So I know I've lifted the throttle there, but I don't ever ease the throttle in. So it's 1 or 0. It's a very digital process for me. Acceleration. It's the same in my real car. I leave it all to the traction control to sort out what it's going to do. I just hammer the hell out of it. I just give it all the beans. Traction control will do what it does. The driving system, whatever sport mode it's in, will do what it does. And the gearbox will do what it does through the clutch. If the clutch wants to give up and start spinning a bit because it's got too much torque going through it, then that's down to the gearbox. That's going to sort that out. But for me, I'm not going to feather the throttle, not too much, because that's going to take away any available power. The car's going to decide what it's going to deliver to the floor. So that being said, that's probably why I have to get new tyres every year, but this car especially has got an exceptional diff, and the diff does a significant amount of stabilisation of power and delivering the power to the right wheel when it needs it. The correct wheel when it needs it, should I say. So, I believe it's a Quaife limited slip diff. Oh, flinking chamook does. So, Right, I've had a little enough with that. I'm gonna go back. No, well, yeah, I've got a WRX, but I'm driving a Mini Cooper, John Cooper Works, which is fully forged, decatted, got remap. It's got an uprated intercooler, bigger pipe work. It's got all that it needs to be able to achieve its maximum, which is around just over 300 brake horsepower for a 1.2 ton car, which is probably all it needs. It's on BC Racing coilovers. It's on 18-inch, so bigger wheels, low profile tyres. Yeah, the WRX is nice. I was chasing the missus around town in it today. She was in the WRX, I was in my car. And she was yeah, it's a good car. But she was it sounds so good. You wind the window down when you sat next to the WRX and it sounds the business. It really does sound proper. I really enjoy it. ASM or counter steer? We're gonna go back to counter steer, I think. Or yeah, or we're gonna turn them off. No, I think the counter steer got us to where we were, didn't it? Let's do the ghost. Load the ghost. For the last 15 minutes. We go. But yeah, the WRX sounds superb. That's again got various mods. It's got more mods than the Mini has, to be honest. It's running less power than the Mini, but it's permanent four-wheel drive, so it's got better traction. The Mini's got sod all traction off the line, and it's boost limited in first and second gear, so if you want to give it anything off the line, you really have to wait for third to come in. But when third comes in, it wheel spins through third, through fourth, through fifth, and that's with the diff. Don't know about that, but I'd like to go Porsche next. I'd like to go Porsche GT4 road car. That would be Cayman GT4. That would be lovely. I'd enjoy that. I don't think I've got the bank balance to cope with that though. I don't think I've got the employables to do that at the moment in time, so that's a dream for far, far away. I'd like to be GTR, but again, that's another dream far, far away. But if the day job will deliver that, that's alright. Look how much that turned when we got on that. Yeah, the 718S would be nice. It's a nice looking car. I like it in that electric baby blue. It's really nice, but probably not the colour for your full-blown race man, but you never know. An AMG GT would be nice. Slightly cheaper than the 718 at this moment in time, if you buy an older GT. Yeah, that'd be nice. But like I say, we can dream. That is so close. I'm actually up with my original Ghost at this point. I'm braking fourth, just let it carry its own weight. So what we've done is a little bit of deliberate training with all the aids on to see if they can deliver a smoother drive to where we need to be. I don't know if that's going to work, but we were faster until we got blocked by the ghost. Let's see if we turning the ghost off can get us anywhere into this last piece. Probably just dropped us just outside. Just press the up arrow on the steering wheel. So you got a little D-pad on your steering wheel on the G29. Just press the up arrow on it. Just pressed it up. It took it away. Take them away and put them back. It's a handy little one which I very rarely use, and sometimes it blows me away turning off the ghost. But sometimes it's just essential just to get rid of it, just for that small moment in time, just so you can focus on where you need to be and not... You just have to go and remap it. You just have to find a button that you can give away and remap one in. Oh, I've blown that. Lost it completely. So if you've got a spare button you can use, there's your D-pad, isn't there? Your D-pad on the left-hand side of your controller. Schmonk. Come on. Drink. Yeah, you got a D-pad to the top left-hand side. You use all that D-pad. I know you've got your two sticks. Oh, come on. But it does look like we're going to be staying where we're staying. I'm not going to be able to, I don't think, put in an absolute drama of a last in the last 9 seconds. I think we're on our way to having... You don't see an option to map that feature. We're going to have a look in a minute. We're going to see if we can do it. But removing the ghost is a handy little thing. I know my ghost is 0.9 ahead, which should be far enough away, but oh, it's absolutely fine, Tom. You don't need to worry about that at all. We will help you through. That is part of the process of what this channel is aimed at, is giving everybody that equal opportunity and bringing you through. So don't feel that you're out of place by asking that kind of question. Even though I'm not a controller user, I'll certainly have a stop and have a look and see if we can find you a solution. I've never been able to drive with a controller in this game. It's beyond me. I just can't get my head around using my hands to drive in that way. It's just not something I've been able to get my brain to work on. What sucks, Green Sammy? Controller. Some people, that's all they got, I'm afraid, and some people are so fast on controller, it's untrue. Yep. I find the Ghost so helpful. The Ghost is probably one of my main chasing aids. It allows me to measure where I am, see where I am. It allows me to see the line that I ran the best. If it has brake lights at the time, I can spot my braking point. JB's back. Welcome back, JB. I thought you'd gone to bed. Or are you watching from the bed? Press the right stick for Ghost. It's in the button option. So, yeah, you got the option to press the right stick down. I did think it would be there, to be honest. I should have said that earlier. I should have said what was in my brain. But we got very helpful members and users. Time is it? It's 5 minutes to midnight. One more go. Stomach cramps. Ah, that's never good, mate. Go take a big pooper. That'll help you. Sorry, mate. Want a good curry and a pint of orange juice. Just one more, Scampi. You know it works. This is just the one more. Just the one more. This is Wembley. And it's been a tremendous week, so we're on to the nail-biting stuff of we're waiting for people to respond and pick up on emails and do the necessary processes, and once they're all complete, things will be even better. But week 3 of the new job, which job's a job. Put more effort in and make them see my relevance and validity for the new role. If they don't see what I'm capable of, occasionally get fickle companies that get rid of you. On the up, we'll see. Not everything is sealed yet. There are still possible no's. Could be scenarios where things don't... Oh, F. One more. Still possible scenarios where things might not work out. But let's hope we're past that and everything carries on as positive as it was. Don't count your chickens, they say, don't they? We'll just hang in there and make sure it's all good. One more Mrs. Wembley, yes. That was a one-handed opposite lock. Steering wheel all the way round, with the other hand off the steering wheel. I'm going to try and give you that camera angle as well with my new rig. Oh, I've flucked that, haven't I? I've been thrashing around at this 153, 320 for a good hour. I'm not there. Did I tell them who I am at the new job? Yeah, I did. They weren't interested. Not computer people, not PlayStation people, not racer people. It has been a good chat, yeah. I've enjoyed it. I do enjoy the streaming thing. There's an I just in it. It's early days, isn't it? It needs time to settle in, and it needs time to work into a routine. Twitch has died a death since I've put the since I became affiliated. Twitch is just a nothing now. Twitch has really gone away. There's no new viewers or anything, and I suppose I'm just going to turn them off. The adverts off, I think. I think the advert side of things has driven people away. There's nobody watching, so. Excellent, Tom. Well done. Yeah, Twitch is. I think I'm clashing on Twitch with other people. So, yeah. I think I'm clashing at the times of people who are else are on. So, I've got to find that unique pitch for Twitch. The channel started on YouTube, so the majority of people come through there, and it's going to be just a matter of time, isn't it, before. I'm not going to give up on it. It's just got my profile on Twitch has just got to gather pace like a snowball. You know, it's just got to pick up, and I'm sure it will. Just got to give it the time and consistency it needs, and not be too hard on it or myself. So if it comes around, it'll come around, and it'll be there. A little bit more promotion, a little bit more extra. And that could be the reason certain things don't happen. It's because the profile isn't big enough in all areas. Maybe. We could see. Whatever happens, I feel honoured to get as far as I have done. But we'll see. Not drama though. Nothing changes. Everything keeps twitching along. Twitching? Can't find the right word. The wrong word came out. Moving along. Ever used your blinkers? BMW driver, Tom. Come on. I think it's just a month until my rig arrives in stock. And we got shipping date. Oh my lord. Yeah, that's gone. Right, that's going to be it for me tonight. That's that done. So probably about a month away until we find out when things are coming. So let's have a look at the final position for us then. 7th place, just behind Designers, just ahead of Max. We are 1.5 seconds behind Sam. We are 0.8 of a second behind Rapid, which doesn't feel a massive gap, you know. It doesn't feel a long way. I know I've done a 152.8 kind of tonight without messing it up. And I just haven't been able to get that car stable and planted out of any of the corners on one single lap. If I've got it all the way right, I've got it round to the last corner and stuffed it off on the exit of the last corner on that one lap where I got it well and good. So that's kind of where it's been tonight. I appreciate people are going to find that really hard, but fastest lap guys at 1:54.14, and there he is again, the dude, isn't it? Mr. Jeddah Racing is back to the top with those cars. Yeah, half a second off Az needs mention, actually, because Az finds this game really, really hard. Az finds it really, really hard to get his head round and get it consistent. And I would have thought, based on Az's feedback after most of the tests, this one wouldn't be for him. He would really struggle with this. This is like the Mustang around Laguna Seca. It's all about getting that back end of control in, a little less gear slamming, but keeping that throttle control. And big plays to Az. Big absolute plays to Az. He's done really, really well to get there. So he is quick. He's exceptionally quick in the right car. It's just he finds it hard to get used to, and finds it hard to get quick in these kind of trick tests. I'm not trying to talk him down. He'll say the same. He doesn't like these kind of tests. So for him to get a 1:52.874, and that won't be a one-off. He'll have had 4 or 5 of that, and he'll have some good time. So no, it's great to see him up the top there. That's epic. Big Popper's not got his wheel set up yet. He's still down there, but he's going to knock that out this week. Now, Big Popper's another one who hates these kind of tests. I don't particularly like them, you know. They're not particularly representative of the cars and how they would drive. You know, would you bring that kind of car to this kind of circuit with that kind of tyres on? Probably not. But you probably would. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. If you owned a 190E, you wouldn't bring it to a course like this on those tyres. You wouldn't put a set of Chinese Warriors on, would you? No, you wouldn't. You'd go for something a bit more sticky. But that's the test they set us. We're in the top 2,000. Quite happy with that to start the day. How many people have we got? We've got 12 people watching. Shall I give away some memberships? I think we need to. PS4s. You'd put some on, wouldn't you? Yoko track tyres, maybe? Nah. But yeah, I'm going to give away some memberships, folks. Just bear with me a second. We'll see who gets them. I've just swapped microphones, so you should be able to hear me over here now. I've just swapped over onto a different desk. Let's go hit this button. Here we go then, folks. 5 free members. 5 free memberships. Oh, good night, Tom. Enjoy dinner. Enjoy. Let's see who gets them. Could be any 5 people. So NW gets 5. Fat Man gets one. That's first time for Fat Man. Res Desmo, The Unfair Advantage, and Tom. Tom? Not Tom Smith, I'm surely. But there you go. 5 guest memberships. Don't know if we're getting some feedback there through my other mic. So there we go. 5 people get 5 memberships. Just see how they are again. NW555 probably for the 3rd time. Fat Man for the first time, I think. Red Desmo definitely first time. The Unfair Advantage first time, and I'm not sure which Tom that is. But there you go, folks. That's the end of another cracking week. Thank you very much. We were going to do those 5 when we did the record, but as the record didn't happen we're going to readdress that and come back to that another time. No, Big Papa. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'll have to dream something up that you can win. Bag of peanuts, popcorn, life-size bag of popcorn. Enough popcorn that you can eat. Salty popcorn, not sweet though. Maybe. Alright folks, good night. Have a great week, enjoy it, and we'll see you on Tuesday night. All the best, take care.